What's up, everyone, and welcome to Project X Talk Extra, your weekly podcast supplement from Project X Talk, where we discuss news, games, whatever else that didn't quite make the main show. I'm your host, Kevin, aka the Muffin Man, and I'm joined by Mr. Physical Copy himself, Ethan. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Kev. A lot of sad news this week, but I'm in high spirits.
A lot of sad news. Go check out our main podcast for all the sadness. And Tottenham beat Arsenal 3-0. It was an inside job. I've never seen such poor refereeing. Oh my.
Smooth brain move of blaming the referees. Come on, Kevin. Come on.
Oh God.
Take the loss on the chin.
No, we're still going to get Champions League, Spurs. All right. So you're going to cry about it. Okay. Anyway, we also have the future of esports and maybe the man most excited for Gotham Knights. Aman, how are you doing?
Doing as awesome as ever. Excited to talk some Gotham Knights.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I will click play for everyone watching the video because we got new Gotham Knights footage and not just like a little deep dive. We got a gameplay showcase showing off Nightwing and Red Hood. The game illustrated the differences in the heroes' combat and the transversal styles, along with giving us some story elements. We also learned that the previous gen versions for Xbox One and PS4 have been canceled. So, Aman, I want your initial thoughts. What did you think of the gameplay trailer, which for everyone watching on YouTube is playing next to us? What are your thoughts on the heroes that we saw? And then we can talk after about the cancellation of the last gen versions.
Honestly, I really liked what I saw. It was very different to the Arkham style combat we've seen before. It wasn't as free flow those combo attacks we've seen in the Arkham games, but it was more akin to what an RPG, like a Western RPG would have in a third person Western RPG combat. Which I was fine with. It looked cool. Nightwing looks dope. I can't wait to play as him. And yeah, I think the gameplay looks good. Gotham City looks great. It looks vibrant, not as dull as it looked in the Arkham games. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this game plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also going to be a Nightwing main. My brother's looking for Batgirl. So I think the game looks dope. Like, this looks absolutely fantastic to me. I was so impressed with what they showed off. I saw a lot of people calling the combat clunky looking or weird, and they were like, this looks like a last gen game, which to me, I'm not seeing it. This game looks gorgeous to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they were watching.
Is like it's very different to the Arkham style gameplay where that we've had in the previous Arkham games because that was more of a free flow. You could just rack up combos and all of that. This is very different to that. This is a lot more slower paced. But maybe because it's co-op, they had to make that decision because it is the same studio behind Arkham Origins, so they could have easily used that same combat system. But I think it was because this game is going to be co-op, and maybe that didn't work as well with the co-op element of the game.
Yeah. Ethan, what are your thoughts on Gotham Knights after watching this gameplay trailer?
Yeah, this got me really excited. I was interested in this game before, but now after actually seeing this gameplay footage, I mean, I'm watching it right now. I mean, it looks beautiful. Gotham looks absolutely beautiful. They did a couple shots at the beginning there of looking at the skyscrapers with the fog surrounding it and that lighting effect through the fog. I mean, this looks absolutely beautiful. Another point is I love the traversal around this city. You have what's going on right now on the screen with the what do they call that? The bat bike or whatever?
The bat cycle, yeah, right.
The bat cycle, yeah. You have that element where they said in the gameplay trailer that everybody could use this no matter who you're maining, and then you have each character having their own ability to be able to traverse the rooftops and fly around Gotham. So looks really fun. Looks like it's full of content. I'm gonna spend countless hours exploring Gotham. It's gonna be great. And then you just of course have that added element of being able to play all these different characters that I think is going to be really fun. I think this is, for me, this interests me more than a traditional Batman game. I'm sure, Amon, maybe you won't be happy for me to say that. Don't get me wrong, I love the Arkham games. I absolutely love the Batman games. But in terms of gameplay and like diversity of what you can do in games, this is going to get that itch for me. And I'm super stoked to see it.
I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah.
I think what gets me most excited is that fact that it's co-op. Like, I could go into Gotham with my brother, who I'll most likely be playing this with. Like, I can be Nightwing, he can be Batgirl, and we can roam around. We can do, because you see later on the trailer, you see like the world map where it has like side quests and then your main quest. So like you can go solve those main quests or side quests together. I just think that's great. My big concern was because during the trailer they were like, "Oh, Nightwing's main mission, like he's gonna go do this." And I was like, "Can you use any character for any mission?" Because
Right.
I was like, I want to play basically the entire game as Nightwing. Like that's who I want to play as. So I was a little concerned, but they did halfway confirm, like they showed you Nightwing and then they're like, okay, here's Red Hood doing the same mission. So like in my mind, that shows like, okay, you can pick who you want to go into this mission.
Yeah, I would have been interested to see different storylines for all the different characters. I think that would have been an awesome way to go. Obviously, all with the same ultimate goal in mind with the group, but at the same time, everyone's doing their own part to contribute to it. But yeah, if you can switch in and out, that'll be interesting too. I'll be interested to see if they change up dialogue if different characters are playing stuff like that. I love games that do that. Like Mass Effect, for example, is one of those games where depending on who your party is, certain dialogue trees can be different. That would be really interesting to see in this game. But yeah, super high up on this game. Super excited.
What do you guys feel about what we're seeing on the screen right now with the gear system and the different suits and stuff? Because I saw a lot of people being like, "Oh, it's Avengers 2.0," and I was like, "This game does not look like Avengers to me." Personally, I'm down with it because I don't know if you saw that new Night suit for Nightwing there.
Yeah.
That looked so sick to me. Like, oh, that was a good looking suit. Cannot wait to customize that stuff. So, what's your feelings on that, Amon?
First off, I just want to talk about the co-op bit.
Yeah,
I
go for
don't
it.
care. I don't care about the co-op in this. I
Oh.
don't care about co-op in narrative-driven games. First of all, I hate playing narrative-driven
Yeah, I
games with
don't either.
someone.
So
Yeah,
I agree with you.
I just feel like it takes away from the immersive experience. But yeah, I do. I totally get if someone does like that experience. But I want to talk about Red Hood here. Why is he so buff? He looks like Dwayne. He looks like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. He should not be that buff. So his character design.
He looks
I
like
mean,
he
I
should be
would
in
have been a Red Hood.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, yeah. I would have been a Red Hood main if it wasn't for that design. But I just was like,
Really?
yeah, definitely. I really like the Red Hood in the
Now,
comics and all that.
Aman,
But
you might know the answer. So they said in this trailer that Red Hood was brought back to life by some like cult, and that's why he has like
yeah,
this soul energy.
mhm.
They're
The
calling it.
Lazarus Pit. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So it was the Lazarus Pit that they're
yeah.
talking about. So is that so like because I've never this is the first I've seen Red Hood
This is
use
the
this
first
kind
time
of
it has been. It hasn't been in the mainline comics. I'm not sure if
okay.
they did it in some spin-off or some side comic or something. But this was the first time I'm seeing this one.
Okay, because I was say I've never seen Red Hood like jump in midair
Yeah,
on like I'm like is this a
yeah.
storyline you're going with here?
Maybe I would have preferred they gave him like a glider sort of thing, like what they
Mhm.
gave Nightwing,
Oh, it
because
looks so cool.
that just doesn't fit in with the character or
The
the grounding
aesthetic,
of the
right?
character. Yeah, it
You're
just
probably
feels
gonna have
weird.
like Batgirl gliding with her like
Yeah,
cape, right? And then
yeah.
Robin will probably use I don't know like his
Yeah, Robin, they did show in the previous gameplay trailer, which they
did
showed
they?
like 2 years ago. Yeah, so what he has done, he has hacked into the Justice League's watchtower, so he can teleport from place to place. So
No.
yeah, that's what they
That'd
that's
be
what they showed.
dope.
There. So,
That'd be
yeah,
dope.
so that's
Tim
pretty cool.
Drake. All right, buddy. All right. Ethan, any more
Yeah.
on the gameplay before we hop into the last gen cancellation discussion?
No, it just looks tight. It looks tight.
Does.
It's ready to go.
Watch it right now in 4K. It's gorgeous. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
this looks like a game that could get pushed out now. I mean, it looks like
Oh, yeah.
they're ready to pull the trigger on this. This looks great.
Yeah, and
Xbox.
this build is supposed to be from last year. Yeah.
Xbox, you gotta get this on Game Pass, like for your
Yeah.
big holiday game. I
Yeah.
said on the podcast. Said on the podcast.
Mm,
Yeah.
They need
One
something.
more thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
I think looking at this game, I just wish Avengers was more like this.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
imagine an Avengers game where you could just, play as 4 characters at once in an open world setting, a narrative driven story like
Imagine
this.
an Avengers game that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It would have been dope. And that
Yeah.
saddened me that what we could have gotten instead of what we got.
100%. Well, as I've said, so they did confirm after this that is 2-player co-op. I know there was some speculation that it was going to be 4-player. It's 2-player co-op. And then they also said that they've canceled the Xbox One and PS4 versions of the game, which for me, right call. I think it's time for us to move on from last gen. I think I don't want holding back games anymore. It's been a year and a half. If you really wanted a console, this might be an unpopular opinion, but if you really wanted a console, you'd have one by now.
It's the truth. It is the truth what you're saying. When I got my Series X, I got it in February of 2021. It took some work. Like, don't get me wrong, I was online for probably 2 weeks straight, refreshing pages, trying to jump in, but I got it. And it's easier than that, I think, today to do that, especially with the Series S's on the market. You could pick up a Series S fairly easily nowadays. But it is time to move on. It is time to stop making these development studios have to take into account the previous generation. And I understand I'm saying that as someone in a position that has a new gen console. But there has to be a point where we say enough is enough. We have to let these games shine on the new gen. And I think now is a good time.
Yeah. Amon,
and
what do you think?
There's people on the fence who are like, oh, they're still releasing games on the older platform, so I don't need to get one. Doing this will give them an incentive to go get that newer gen console. And I'm pretty sure most of the hardcore gamers that are really into the gaming community or into the gaming space, they have at least one next gen console.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's the right time to move on and go into that version.
Yeah, for sure. I know, like, obviously PS5 I think is still harder to get than the Xbox Series X right now.
That's difficult.
But even then, like, if you set up Twitter alerts, you can definitely get a console. Like, if you don't have one, like, you just haven't tried that hard.
You got to put in work to get these consoles.
Yeah,
people. Like, if you're out there and you're still trying to get these consoles, you can do it. It's just going to take a decent amount of effort on your part, which in reality is just going online a lot and checking Twitter. So that's not really that much.
Also,
effort,
after a year and a half, maybe it's worth an extra $150. Just
don't do it. Nope, I do not agree with that.
Time is money, and you're wasting.
Don't give
your
money to those scumbags. Don't do it.
Bro, I paid $600 for my PS5. Because I was like, I'll give you an extra $100.
Maybe 600. That's not too.
I think I robbed my dude blind because he was launch day and I don't think he knew what he had in his hand.
Oh boy, he made a mistake.
yeah, for sure. He got some more after the fact. I saw him posting some for like 800-900 afterwards. I was like, all right, I got a deal on this one.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think great move to cancel the last gen version, regardless whether people are upset about it. Once you get a next gen or current gen console, I'm not calling it next gen anymore. Once you get a current gen console, the game will be there for you. It's not going anywhere, so it's not like I know it'll be like, oh, we don't get it right now, but you'll be okay. And then you'll probably get a better version than what's on launch day because with patches and everything, maybe some additional content will be in the game. I'm just excited to see the other characters at this point. And then I'm going media blackout. I don't want to see anything else. Like, show me Robin, show me Batgirl, and then I'm good. Don't tell me anything else about this game.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what do you guys think about DLC characters? Would you like to see those in the future? Like maybe characters like Batman, Damian Wayne, Robin, Batwoman.
Yeah, I think that's the natural progression for a game like this, especially a game that focuses so intensely on switching characters and playing different styles. I think that's absolutely a good way to go for them. Obviously, I want it to be tied to story content. Give me more story, give me more missions, more stuff to do. But yeah, introduction to new characters, more than welcome to see that. I would love to see it.
I don't want any Batman content.
No, Batman.
Yeah,
okay, I'm dying
keep Batman out of it.
Batman will be unlockable in this game for sure.
No Batman, no Superman. That's it.
Listen, Amon, I agree with you, but I hope he isn't. I want them to commit to this just Bat family thing because, listen, if you're giving me, even if I have to pay, I will buy Damian Wayne, Robin. I will buy.
Yeah, Damian Wayne would be sick.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Batwoman, I'd probably get, but like I'm less sold on it. I don't. Anybody want to see Alana Pierce's new video?
Alana Pierce's video.
Yeah. But no, I'm completely fine with some DLC characters as long as they fit into the Bat family. Yeah. You can give me Alfred. All right. Like
that'd be cool.
I will kick.
You know who I want?
As Alfred.
I want Batman Beyond.
Yes,
Beyond.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You know what else would be cool? Maybe play as some villains in the Batman universe. Maybe do a little story arc there. I would like to see that.
What villains could we play? Like, who's the anti-hero in Batman?
I could see us playing the Riddler. That would be interesting.
Riddler? Really?
I don't know. They figure it out. Video game magic. Video game magic. People.
The anti-hero.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But like, he's already in the game, so I'm like, ooh.
There's Azrael, but like not many people know him, so I doubt they would.
Oh, we can play as Stephanie, right? Stephanie, what's her last name? Is she the other Batgirl? You know what I'm talking about?
This is all Amon. I'm not too.
Amon?
You're muted.
You're
Amon.
muted. You're muted. You're muted.
You're still muted.
Sorry, yeah. You guys just froze for a second. Yeah.
Oh, I said we could play Stephanie, right? That's
yeah, she was Robin at first, then she
Robin.
Batman,
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. We can play as her. Nobody cares about her, but like we can play as her.
Yeah. I mean, give me all the characters you can. No, Stephanie can also be like another skin for Batgirl, the one we already have.
I just thought of an awful one. Give me Oracle, and I'll be Barbara Gordon wheeling around
the city.
around the city.
Could be like playing Happy Wheels all over again. It's gonna be great.
She can like do a burnout on the enemies after she like hits them down.
Terrible. There's so many possibilities with this game.
So many possibilities, but I think Oracle is the one you go with.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll wrap this up. Amon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Amon_M0.
And Ethan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at WhiteCedar1 and Gravy3448 on Xbox.
And you can find me at the Muffin Mon. It's a 1-7I and 0-7A. Follow us at Project X Talk to stay up to date with all of our latest. You only have a few days left for our Trek to Yomi giveaway, so make sure you get that in there. Check our Twitter for details. Until next time, we'll see you. Goodbye.